What's going on, people? Welcome to Bird's Eye View. Yours truly, Will. I am in the building with Will. We got Mika J. What's going on, Mika?
What it do? What it do?
On this lovely Saturday morning. Bump City, what's going on, sir?
What's going on, good peoples? Living a
KCD.
life. Yes, sir.
KCD.
Yes, sir.
KCD. You,
Yes,
Happy
it's a
KCD
great
Day.
morning. It's a
yes,
A
great
wonderful
morning.
yes,
morning in the
yes.
Commonwealth. Wonderful morning in the
Wonderful,
Commonwealth.
wonderful. Ain't it funny?
Wonderful.
Ain't it
Yes.
funny when things happen and this
Yeah.
makes you just
Oh,
smile a little bit more?
Yeah.
It
yes,
make you do things a
yes.
little easier. And I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you how you know when you deal with true Louisville fans because when that other team plays up the road and they're like losing, no one texts. No one wants to, you know what I'm saying, start no conversation about it. Everybody's quiet, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
until the
Yeah.
very end. It's a beautiful day, though. It's a beautiful day.
Hey,
What,
it's
Beautiful
fun
day.
to watch ESPN again.
Rocky Top.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Rocky
Rocky
Top,
Top.
Tennessee.
Rocky Top.
Yes,
Rocky
sir.
Top. It's all good. So we're going to get you guys caught up basically on the end of the season for the women and the men's basketball. Some surprising things that's happened and things like that. But overall, hey, we'll rock and roll with that. And we're going to get it started this way. Um, Louisville tournament run comes to end. We're talking about the women basketball to Haley Van Lith. I don't care what no one says. It's all about storylines, and
Oh,
It
for
sometimes they
was.
get
sure.
it. Sometimes they get it. Sometimes they don't.
Yeah,
This one,
yeah.
they got it right for them. They've been waiting for this. They try to hook Louisville up with the LSU bracket last year type
Yeah.
stuff.
Yep,
So they,
Yeah.
yep.
yeah, they do. They know what they're doing. But I'm gonna tell you what, and we're gonna hit this one. Um, Louisville finishes 22-11. Like I said, loses the second round basically to TCU, who was the heavily ranked, heavily favored team. Louisville kind of started out kind of okay in the first quarter. Came
Yeah,
down
yeah.
20 to
First quarter was good.
17. Second quarter
Hmm.
was death. Second
Yeah.
Yep.
quarter was annihilated. 27-9 in the second quarter. That's the game.
Mm,
That's the game.
Yes,
That was
that's
that's
the
the
ball
game.
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 Took the win out. They was rocking and rolling. I didn't think the TCU had that many fans. To be honest,
They did the what, but it was at their their
yeah,
facility though. So you know what I'm saying. It was really a true home court advantage.
right. Which
Right. And at that,
well, you know what? Louisville's done had it in the past. When you win and
We
you're
yeah.
ranked
have, we
highly, you
have,
you get
we
it at the
have.
Yum Center. We just
Right.
Yep.
didn't. But they also had 5 transfer portal starters. They also had
Mm.
Yeah.
everybody was a
Best money
thousand
to
points
buy.
scoring, best money, and you know that oil money is
Yeah.
good down there. But you also
Right.
have to come together because we've seen it with
Yes.
the Louisville teams in the past that had to transfer portal heavy team and not do so well. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
Right.
speaking of last year. But you know, third and fourth quarter they fought. That's when you saw the true Jeff Walls team. They was doing and everything, and Jayda Curry was not going out without a fight.
Hey, amazing. Amazing
Jayda
game.
Hey,
Curry, Jayda Curry,
what she
41
did was try
points.
to carry us.
Yes, she did.
She
She
did.
had she had
She
Steph
did.
she had Steph Curry on 41 points,
Yep.
3 steals, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. She did her thing and only 2 turnovers. So not only was she scoring, she was assisting. She took care of the things, man. And I'm gonna tell you what, uh, I haven't seen too many like this. And like I said, we'll talk about that. But you also have 15 and 6 by Bump's favorite player, Olivia Cochran. Um, the bench,
Poor kid.
the bench gave us 10 points. Amari
That's not
Berry,
enough.
right?
That was the difference in the game. Their
It
bench did
was.
what, like 40 points or something. I think is
No,
what I
their
saw.
no, their bench scored 0. It was their
No, are
starters.
you sure?
Yeah, I'm looking at the
Yeah.
stats right now.
The starters
All the
are
points. They scored all the
amazing.
points.
Okay, I thought
Yeah.
their bench scored. Maybe that was the last game.
Yeah, no, their bench had 0 points, but hell, they bench only had 2 minutes and 4 minutes. So yeah, it's just their starters. You had 19 by Prince,
Mm,
18 by Hunter, 9 by Connor. Uh, Angus had 23, and Haley Van Lith had 16 and 10, 16 points
16.
and
Yeah.
10 assists and 5 rebounds.
Hmm.
Mika J, what's your thoughts on this game and the overall season.
I mean, honestly, we didn't even think that we was gonna make the tournament in the
Early in the
beginning
year,
of the
right?
season. So I'm happy for the girls. I think that they did come across a more experienced team that just wanted it more. So so it happens. The tournament shows you who you are, and it kind
Yeah.
of is what happened at that game. And one person can't carry a team. We know
Not,
that.
not
We
at
saw
all.
that with our
Yeah.
own team, with the men's basketball team also. One person can't carry the team when other people on the other team are just out there shooting and playing ball. But I don't have any complaints. I'm glad that they made it. They made it to the the second weekend of that round, right? So
Yeah.
kudos to the ladies.
Kudos, kudos. Bump
Yeah.
City.
Hey, like you said, the second quarter killed us. I mean, but you playing a team like TCU, man, that basically built a team off other teams' players. That's one
Mm-hmm.
thing I hate about the NIL. It's a blessing and a curse because you run into teams like that get the best of the best from these teams and put them on their team. It's like five starters. Who's heard of it? Five starters from one team that's all transfer ends. And at that point,
Yeah.
like we was talking about the crowd, TCU has never made it to the Sweet 16 or that far.
Never.
So
Never.
never. So it goes to show you if you put a team together with money, anything's possible.
Yeah.
You can go from never having nothing to all of a sudden you're a contender. It's going to be a great game today between them and Notre Dame today, I believe, at 1 o'clock, which I believe they beat
Mm.
Notre Dame early in the year.
Early in the
And Notre
season.
Dame is very, very formidable. So that says a lot because Notre Dame is tough and they already beat them. So
Yeah.
what does that say for TCU? You know what I'm saying? Team that came from nothing, all of a sudden, they're contenders in this.
Well, the problem,
So,
the thing
mhm,
about it, Bump, to me, you hit it on the head, is that when you look at that top heavy, they have no bench. I don't think,
right.
Mm.
and I think playing Notre Dame again, definitely a hell of a game. 1 o'clock. I think ESPN, check it out. ABC, you know how they be flipping it. Uh,
Right.
Yeah.
you're not going to beat them again without bench play. I'm sorry, I
Right.
just can't see that. But it should be a good
And
one.
I believe it's where's it going to be at? I know it's not.
No. This is they actually in regions now, different sites. This ain't
Right.
nobody's
Okay.
home.
So it's not going to be
Yeah.
at TCU. So
No.
I like to see. I like to see. Which I'm not
Birmingham.
a fan of Notre Dame
Birmingham.
because they're a rival of ours. But I like to see Notre Dame pull that out. But like overall for the season, we was a young team that what I'm saying. Like you said, Mika said, we didn't expect a lot early in the season, but they
Right.
came along and what I'm saying, improved. And that's all you can ask for a team is get better over the season. So, what
Yeah.
I'm saying, with what we got coming back next year and hopefully what he brings in will be even better next year.
Yeah, it is difficult. Like you said, 9 new players and playing the style for a coach, future Hall of Fame coach that prides himself on defense and people missing
Yeah.
assignments and veterans not
Right.
doing veteran things. For them to
And young
go,
girls being young.
yeah, veteran. I mean,
Yeah.
new people, new freshmen. So the thing
Right.
about it is though, is that for what he did to get them to the second round, basically
Right.
impeccable, man. Because they didn't have a top 25 win until the end of the season, basically. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
right, so
Yes.
very impressive run, and I don't think ESPN and everybody the revenge game. How you gonna revenge something when you was treated like a queen?
Right.
Queen.
And he said that. And he said
He
that after the
said
game. He
it
said,
again.
"I don't care what they said." He said, "We
Yeah,
treated her well here."
right,
Treated
right,
her
He said, "I don't
well.
care what nobody says." He said she was
right.
true, and we loved Hell here.
Yeah,
But
Loved
yeah.
she
her.
wanted more. She finally found a team I
She
think
wanted
she
that
fits in at.
championship. She wanted that
I don't even
championship.
think
She
she
was
wanted a
no,
championship because
she did. That's why she went to LSU. But then after
That
she
is
left,
why
okay,
she went to LSU.
but after she left LSU, it was about the bag.
it
You
was.
know then.
I think it was when she left for LSU because you can't say that we wasn't formed because you was the leader of the team and you took us to the Final Four.
Yeah, but you had the best player, Angel Reese, still there. You remember? Don't forget, she
Right,
played with Angel
Yeah.
and
She
right,
was.
Floje and
Yeah.
all
right,
them other people. I mean, they was
Yes.
loaded.
right,
They just didn't.
Yeah.
right.
It's hard to win back to back.
She didn't
So
mesh.
yeah,
She didn't
yeah,
mesh.
She
yeah,
did jail. She did right. Maybe she did jail with him.
and
Yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah.
But
But looks like she jails with this team. Like they really count on her. So we'll see what she does today. I mean,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
got some shooting and
Yeah.
good things to go around her, so she fits good with that team.
Oh yeah. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you what, Hidalgo, Hidalgo against her, that's gonna
She's
be a
a dog.
matchup. And
She's a dog.
she
That's
ain't
gonna be a
giving
heck
up
of a
all that
matchup.
easy stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be something right there. We're gonna see.
Right.
Big time.
Real quick before we move on, one
Go
thing
ahead.
I like that Jeff said when they asked him if transfer player will still be loved by the university.
That's
Not
on
so
the
much in that
page.
question will they
That's on the
still be endured.
page. Yes, sir.
Right, right, and people he told him he said probably not, probably not.
Well, the great thing he said is, have you ever been married? They say, have you been married several times?
Right,
And in the report he said,
right.
because do you still talk to your ex-wife? Are y'all best friends? Do you accept her? Like,
Negative.
he was like, I mean, for some, it's a great, it's a good.
Negative, Bob.
I'm just saying, look, for some people,
Right, ditto.
for some people, maybe, but majority, no,
No.
you don't. They ain't coming over
No.
for Rice Krispies and shit. It's a wrap, right? So
No.
Negative.
It's over.
that's what he was like. So
It's over.
basically, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
Bye
right.
bye. Bye
And
bye.
honestly, I mean, for her, it like you said, we treated her with like she
Queen.
pretty much had keys to the city. Like, you
Yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying? And for
She
you to
did.
just up and leave with, I mean, and everybody gets it. It's about a bag, and she wanted that championship. Cool. But you can't expect us to be like, oh, Haley. Nah, baby, we thought you was going to get us a championship.
And you went to the Final
Right.
Four with Louisville. Let's don't forget that.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's not like you have
No,
not
year
been
that
there.
you decided to transfer. Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Now. You
Yeah,
went
we
to
straight.
the
I like
Final
it
Four. Go,
I like it.
I got my Hidalgo placard up, so I'm ready to rock and roll at 1:00.
Yeah, me too.
I'm just saying.
Turn the page on her.
Turn the page. It's been turned for us.
Turn the page on Haley.
Jayda-
And them exes, Mika.
And them exes.
Them exes out the door. Y'all
Right.
y'all
For
heard
sure.
it.
For sure.
Bird's eye view. Y'all heard it big time. Jayda Curry, 41 points. Best tournament performance. Now, as far as scoring rise, it definitely is. It definitely is. And we done seen a lot of great performance, from Shoney and things like that. This is a tough one. Bump City, what are you thinking?
I think she had to do that just to keep us in the game. It was a great, like you said, a great scoring performance. But if she didn't, it was a blowout. So I believe that she had the green light, and she had to do that because if not, the game would have really been ugly. So for her to come out,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, it was a great performance for her, individual performance. But she just didn't have nothing to go with her. If she would have had something to go with her, I don't think she would have scored 41 if somebody else stepped up to the plate and was able to help her. So no, I don't believe it's a great performance, but it was a great performance, individual performance by her because she had to. It was circumstances that caused for her to be that.
Yeah, an inept team. Mika J.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I agree with Bump. I mean, I think that it was one game, so I don't really know if you can consider that a tournament performance. Because to me, the tournament is multiple games. However long you're in the tournament and you're showing up like that every game. I think that it was a good game for her. She balled her ass off. We know that she's a hooper. You know what I'm saying? She can do that. And like Bump said, you did that because you really didn't have no choice. You saw that nobody else was gonna, put the team on the back, so
Step
you
up.
chose to go out with a bang.
True, and we can also say, well, for the naysayers to say, okay, I get what you guys saying, but Angel McCarthy balled and didn't want a continual thing. We understand that, but she didn't have no real ballers either. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Only until you
She
got
carried us.
with the Asia Durs who played with Hines Allens and players like that, Dana and all the other players. Let's be real. We've been a one-trick pony for a minute. I don't think it's the greatest. I think it's.
But we always.
It's not the best.
Yeah.
But I would say this: I'm not gonna. And I'm not saying you guys are poo pooing on it. I just think that for her, who battled through injuries, it's got to be top five
Oh
tournament
yeah,
performance. Period.
yeah,
41 for someone who, you know what I'm saying. I mean, she had a hell of a uh, end of the season. We'll say mid to end of the season, and it continued that going through injuries. Set out. Let's not forget, this is
yeah.
somebody who set out the ACC tournament with a shoulder
She
injury.
did the whole
Yeah,
ACC tournament,
You know,
right?
yeah,
Because of her
uh,
shoulder.
for the shoulder.
yeah.
Then they had 13 against Nebraska in a tournament game, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But remarkable. I just wish she would come back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think she's got one more
Yeah.
year. I know
She
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 graduated, but mm, go ahead, Bump.
she was definitely
Well,
the
Jeff
steak. She
talked
just didn't
about
have
that.
the
Like
baked
she can get
potato
her
and
masters.
yeah.
Go ahead. What'd
She
you
was
say, Bump?
definitely the steak, but she just didn't have the. She was definitely the steak on the team, but she just didn't have that baked potato and macaroni and cheese to go with her.
Well, she should have. Cochran.
Not too
Yeah.
starches.
Yeah, he said forget the green,
Well, I was gonna say green. I was gonna say
the
asparagus,
green
Mika, but
beans.
hey,
That's salad.
right? Yeah, you would call me
he
out
was
on
going
that.
bread. He's going bread and everything. Some rolls
Right,
and
right,
biscuits
right.
and but no,
Hey,
you
some
you right.
good old red Kool Aid with it.
That's okay.
You're right. You're right. You're right. But you know what? The crazy thing
Yeah,
is,
But
she
we
should
get it.
have. She should have.
She should
yeah,
have.
yeah.
Some veterans didn't show up, but it is what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of veterans and things on the go, Nyla Harris and Miss Arenas is in the transfer portal. Um, mm, yeah. We kind of seen some things coming, and also when you got nine new pieces, some people are gonna
Yeah,
leave. Definitely didn't want Arenas, but she's a West Coast kid. She's probably going. Her brother committed to
Yeah.
USC, so she's probably going to go out there
hmm
or something like that. I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is on that one. Nyla Harris,
He commit to USC or Arizona.
I haven't seen it yet. I
He
haven't
commit
seen
to
it.
I thought it
USC.
was USC.
I think it's Arizona.
Was it
No, I
Arizona?
think it's Arizona. That's where his dad. Yeah, I want to say Arizona.
Okay. Well,
I want to say Arizona.
Okay.
she'll probably go to USC, something like that. Or UCLA
Yeah.
from LA, and that's like that. But Nyla
Right.
Harris,
Yeah.
that kind of mind boggles, even though because you've been there
Yeah,
your 3
I
years,
wasn't expecting that.
your 3 years,
Me neither.
and it's like, come on, man, and maybe because all her buddies are gone, Cochran, Russell, and all
Yeah.
this kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I will say this: it's been flatlined though.
Bump
I haven't
USC.
seen her. I haven't seen her take a jump.
USC. Okay.
He did commit to USC.
Okay.
I haven't seen her take a jump. It's been flatlined the whole way. As far as I haven't seen a major jump in her game. So to me, I don't even think this is a big. It's big from somebody who, as far as Foster, as far as leadership, senior leadership type stuff that would come back.
Yeah.
But I don't. I mean, her game didn't translate to me. It stayed the same.
It didn't. I believe, far as Arenas goes, I believe she came in a highly touted recruit. You know what I'm saying, with the
Yes.
legacy name from her dad, and I
Yeah.
think she really expected more than what she. I think she expected to come in and just dominate like she did in high school. And you know what I'm saying, coming off the bench, I don't think And then she had some good player freshmen in front of her this year.
Yeah.
As far as now Harris, I believe she really. That's what me and my dad talked about the whole season. How she really took a step back this year.
Look bland.
She really, because she was shooting and everything last year. She was a heck of
Yeah.
a contributor
Yeah.
last year. And this year, she really took a step back. I don't know what for reason. Maybe, like you said, because she used to playing with more veteran players and fed off of them. And this year, you had to play around with freshmen. So maybe that was part of her, you know what I'm saying, the part of her game that didn't translate over this season.
Right.
But, we wish them both the best and hope that, we'll continue to
For
follow them and
sure.
let's see what they're doing next season.
And the crazy thing,
Yeah.
let's not forget Arenas really, straight baller, but she was a top 75. It wasn't like she was a top 20, top 25. She
Right.
played on a hell of a team, Sierra Canyon, that had McKinsley, Randolph, and some other studs
Yeah.
on there. But everybody's on the left coast, so you just go back home. Wish them luck
Yeah.
like that. Mika J, what you thinking?
I think we kind of figured that Arenas was gonna leave. We talked about that
Yeah.
earlier, like maybe a few shows ago,
Right.
because she just wasn't getting the clock that I mean, considering we needed her in certain times, I don't think Jeff played her enough. So I wouldn't, I
Right.
can't knock a girl for wanting to, you probably are going to go to a school that's going to give you the opportunity to do you. And that at this point in college sports, that's what these kids want. They want that green light to
Yeah.
play
Yes.
ball.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't knock her at all. I like Bump said, I wish both of them the best. I was shocked about Nyla though. I didn't think that she would enter that portal,
She
but
probably go back to
maybe
Florida.
sometimes it takes another coach to get you to your next level.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
it could be, or maybe you just be another fly on the wall. Also,
Right.
Maybe it
she'll,
happens.
it
We've
happens
seen it happen.
a lot with Louisville players, former Louisville players.
Yeah,
She's from Florida, so she'll probably go down there, uh, Florida State or Florida or something like that. Wish her luck and everything else like that. And then it doesn't with arenas. I think it's kind of look bad when the last, let's say, 4 games that you play in your season, and you really start playing her, and she balls out enough that you knew that she should have
that's
got
Yeah.
more minutes.
Yeah.
yeah,
She had some great games.
yeah,
She did. She showed a lot of
yes.
flashes.
She can get her own shot
She
off. She
did.
can
And that's
shoot three
what that.
pointers.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's why you can't really knock her.
Oh no.
Right.
But you know what? And it's crazy because really now you need because she was one of the ones besides Randolph, Barry, and Roberts that you want to keep as a core. Now you got one of them, so I don't know
Yeah.
what you got to do. I don't know what that looks.
Yep.
I saw a friend of the show, a friend of the network, JP, tweeted out, and I'm not saying that she's saying to her own people, but she's saying that somebody who averaged like 4 or 5 points wanted $300,000.
I did see that.
I seen that. I seen that.
300,000 NIL. I did see
Please
that.
Yeah.
stop. All right. This is the first time I get to use
Yeah.
this, but stop it. Come on, man. Take
Yeah.
your ball
That's
and
too
go
much.
home. Take your ball and go home.
Right.
That's
Right.
all I gotta say. Take your ball and go home.
Yeah.
Speaking of take your ball and go home,
Mm.
Louisville cannot stop Creighton losing the first round to Creighton, 89-75. Right? We all missed this one because we all thought that the Ville would go ahead and do what they needed to do on this one.
Man.
Yeah, and you had some people to show up, and you had some people who definitely didn't. And you had a red hot, the number 2 team in the Big East that was on fire. Smoking.
Fire.
Right.
On fire. Couldn't do nothing with that. That's another team. Look like the TCU for the women. They only had 4 points off the bench. Everybody else, the starters, was rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Louisville just could not get over the hump. Was in there from get-go, but once they started hitting those threes, it was a wrap. Catch up,
Right.
playing catch up, all this kind of stuff. Mika J, what was your thoughts on this game, and anything else surprised you? And then we'll get in a little bit more player centric after we talk about this.
I think that I was shocked. I didn't know that they was a shooting team like that.
Oh, yeah.
They-
They should.
Hey, they was they but here you go. Once again, someone always has their best game against us. I don't know why it
Yeah, I
always
put
happens to
something on
be
the
us.
NBA radar.
but-
Yeah.
Mr. Neal.
Right. And so, because the very
Yeah.
next game, they didn't even shoot like that. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, it's always us. It's always us. But anyway, I did feel that we played very sloppy ball.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I thought that we were not, we just looked discombobulated, like nervous. I don't know. It was like we never
Probably.
could shake that energy off of us. And so it just affected everybody's play. Because did Scott even have any points other than
Zero.
what, 2?
No.
Zero.
Zero.
Right. Like what happened? Where were you?
That 7'1" kid put it on him.
I can't even say that. I can't even say that dude was not even. I mean, he did his thing, but
He wasn't even like that.
no, he wasn't. Scott just didn't.
But
Scott.
this is the thing. When
Scott. Wait a minute. First of all, Scott 0 field goal attempts.
Yeah, he didn't even. That's what I'm saying. He didn't even show up to the party. It was just like,
Well, hold up, real
he
quick.
was like a deer in headlights.
real quick, we all know Scott only time he doesn't even shoot the ball. Everything he
It's a
gets is
dunk.
through lobs.
Yep.
Is
Yes.
dunks. So when you
Uh-huh.
got teams
Yes.
playing the pick and roll and they got a 7 foot center that's looking for him for alley oops, that's gonna put a stop to that. So
Mm.
that eliminated Scott. But far as the team, everything that that ails us that we knew was our weakness came back to hunt us in that game. We didn't have no inside play the whole year for real. Far as
None.
like scoring
None.
down low, none. That killed us because they neutralized our live play. Uh, our
Yeah.
bench, which we knew we had a short bench, they couldn't give us nothing that game. And then when you got
Nothing.
a kid that's averaging 11 points, hitting for 29, and kids that don't even shoot threes for them hitting threes from the top of the key, I mean, just it's just a perfect storm for
It was a
Creighton
perfect
because
storm.
you know
Perfect
it was a
storm.
bad matchup for us. It was a bad matchup for
Yep.
us. You
Yep.
know,
Yep.
when you got Chucky, and the thing is this, you got a whole bunch of kids on our team that's played major minutes, and we seen it at the end of the year, even in the ACC tournament, to where our legs started getting to us late in the year,
Exhaustion.
and you got
Yeah.
kids
Exhaustion.
exhaustion. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it looked like. We was tired. Our shots wasn't falling, but I think it was just the
Yep.
perfect storm at the perfect time for Creighton because they exposed all of our
Yeah.
weaknesses. There was a great coaching job that their
You're
coach
you're
did on us.
you're not gonna win when you don't play defense. That's that's
Exactly.
No.
And
that's
we wasn't.
that's exactly what
No.
changed this team is they bought in defensively. In this game, you
Yeah.
Yes. And it was
cannot
like they
you
just got
cannot
away
go under the screen constantly against shooters. I mean,
every
Right.
time.
the point guard had a field day. Ashworth, 22 points. He was 4 for 8 3-pointers. We didn't even talk about Mr. Neal, who averaged like 12 points or something like that. 29 and 12 and 6 assists. Would never have that game in his life again.
Nope.
No.
Right?
But
Everybody,
shooting air
everybody.
balls against Auburn. But
Hell
shooting air
yeah.
balls against
That's what
Auburn
I'm
the next game.
saying.
Because you
Wasn't
know
even
why?
the
Yeah.
same team.
But you know why? They played defense too. Louisville
Yeah.
was no
Yes.
dude
And
was
real
on
quick, like you
offense.
said, why you saying that would not to cut you off? But I watched them the week before in the championship game, the Big East championship game against
St. John.
St. John's Rick Pitino, and the point guard was having a heck of a game the first half.
Cut him
But you
off,
know what
didn't he?
Rick did in the second half?
Cut that water off.
Put
Adjusted.
pressure on him 94 feet, adjusted and put pressure on him 94 feet. But you know what I'm saying, Rick and them had athletes and
Yeah.
took him out of the game. He was a non-factor the second half.
Well, and you know
Yeah.
what?
But we didn't have the dogs to do that.
And I was going to say we don't have the bench because really when they
We don't.
when they had that screen, what you do is hedge it. You get it out of the guard's
Yeah.
hand. We had no legs.
Right.
We didn't have nothing. Our bench
No.
wasn't doing anything either. God bless Rain. Rain Smith tried his best. And
Oh
He
my
tried. Yeah,
God.
he
high,
did.
the high ankle sprain is totally different. If you ever had that is a nail biter. Abubakar is still hooking people to this day. Right now, I just seen him hook somebody at the drafting
Yeah.
line. He's hooking people at McDonald's and
Yeah.
shit. Dude is a
Right.
foul waiting to happen, big time. You know that kind of stuff like that.
Yeah, he was.
Mr. Scott is still running. They said that hell at the end of the game
Yeah.
he ran off the floor. You need to. Because there's no way I'm playing 15 minutes. And Bump is right. They sag back or whatever. But that means your offense is doo-doo. You need to develop a jumper,
Yeah.
develop something, and you did not. For the
He's
whole
got to get a hook
year.
shot. He's
Right.
got to get a
For
hook
the
shot.
whole
Yeah, he does.
year.
Yeah.
You got to.
But you know what? To his thing, to his credit, he played out of position because he's not no true five. He's not no true
Nah.
center.
He ain't
Right.
So next year,
He's tall.
He ain't
next year
tall
with the
either.
kid from Germany coming in, no, he's not. So, but if you're gonna play the three, but you got Pryor coming back next year, he's gonna be on the three,
What I'm
and
saying
then you
is,
got the Khalifa coming in.
what I'm saying is he's not a fit for this offense because this offense he wants everybody to be able to shoot. That's what makes this
Right.
offense special. You even the big guys that's
Well.
coming in, even Kaysen, everybody can shoot a
Khalifa,
three.
yeah,
Everybody can do something with that.
Yeah.
He does not. He's
Yeah.
gonna have to go back like he was at Charleston, come off the bench, give some minutes, do whatever. Because
Yeah.
really you need it
Yeah.
in the weight room. You need to get stronger too, because these
does
guys
need to
is
get
going into
stronger.
their chest.
he does.
He
Yeah.
does need to get stronger. Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He's
great
somewhere
season,
right
though.
now lifting weights.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. I mean, can't go wrong. And we talking about it right now. What went wrong in Lex? The thing about it is, as much as Louisville fans was there and they traveled, they showed out, and Bump hit it. This is one of the things to me. Bump hit it. The legs are gone. Chucky Hepburn had a hell of a season, but you're not winning when Chucky is
Oh my God.
9 for 23. You're not winning when
Right.
Terrance Edwards is 9 for 22. They shot 45 between both of them. And you can say, well, they
Yeah.
got 21-22. That's because not enough firepower was on this team. And I said it, and I'm going
Right.
to continue to say this. One of the things was no one knew about these injuries. Nobody expect that. But when you bring two people who was already injured and put them on scholarship, you already down two players. I
Yeah.
mean, hopefully these players will ball out next year. But I think we could have utilized two other scholarship players.
You
Oh,
could have.
Just
true.
You could have.
rotational.
True.
At least for rotational. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not saying we had to get
Yeah.
mega stars and stuff like that. Them two that was on the bench are not going to be mega stars next year. They're not.
No.
I'm sorry, they're not. But you already was short. Didn't you lose everybody and all this kind of stuff? I just think it was not enough playmakers and not enough players. Period. And it is caught up. It caught
Yeah.
up to us, so we
It
couldn't
did.
press.
It
It
did.
definitely did. It did. I
Yeah.
think we knew
Go ahead,
that
Bob.
at that Duke game that they were exhausted. It was
Mhm.
just, it was obvious
Yeah.
at that game
Yeah, it
that
was.
we were, you know what I'm saying? We had shot our wide. We was just tired. And I can't imagine being, you know what I'm saying, them type of players. And you've never, I mean, Chucky really never got to get rest time. If he did,
No,
they was
never.
messing up so bad that coach was like, come on, we got to go. Come on
Go
back
back.
in.
Yeah.
Come on
Yeah.
back in.
No backup.
You
No.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It
I
wasn't.
just hope that next
And
year we have multiple people for positions
Yes.
in case of injuries.
Yes. Period.
right.
Especially for the style of
Yeah.
play
Yeah.
he likes to do. He even at
Yes.
Charleston, he
Right.
likes to go 10
Yes.
deep, running, gunning, all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. He couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Bump City, go ahead.
You
He
can't
couldn't. I
not
mean,
when
like
you're
us.
short on players like that.
True.
No.
Mm-mm.
And like I said, when you get an NCAA tournament, everything that ails you is going to come to fruition.
Yes.
It's going to come to the front.
Always.
So everything,
Always.
yeah, everything that our weaknesses came, you know what I'm saying? Teams are going to study you and pick you apart, especially if you got a good coach. They're
Yes.
gonna pick you apart.
Yeah.
And so studying us
Yeah.
on film, they had the perfect game plan for us. And you know what I'm saying? They took away Scott, took away the, you know what I'm saying? He gives us
I don't even think.
momentum with
I
the
don't even think.
lobs and the dunks.
I don't even think they had to take him away.
No,
Sorry.
no, he wasn't. We knew he wasn't going to be a major factor. And
But-
then they got
I
an
mean, but
NBA
still,
player in that
those
seven.
6 to 8 points are. I mean, those 6 to 8 points are points.
They
that
help
we
out.
needed. You know
They
what I'm
are.
saying? So,
Right.
however
Noah
you
got
feel
it for
about
him.
that, those are points that was needed.
Noah got them.
What
for him.
I
Right.
mean, what did Hadley do? Hadley didn't even show up to the party.
He had
No,
13
he
and
didn't.
8.
He was undersized, and that's one of the things I said
13
that
and
showed up. He's an undersized 6'6" player going against 6'9"
yeah.
and 6'10" guys
He's a
the whole
Yeah.
season.
He's a tweener.
He's a tweener.
Yeah.
Much what's like the kid we had from here that went to Man U a couple years ago. He was
You
a energy
talking
guy.
about? You talking about? Damn! I see him right there in front of me. Damn, 6'5" guy played for Chris Mack.
Right, played for Chris Mack, but came out of
Who?
Manual.
I know what you're talking about. Okay,
You know what I'm talking about.
I don't-
His name will pop in a minute.
Yeah.
We'll let you know.
Yeah.
But
Just like him.
he always reminded me of him, just like him. And you know what I'm saying? And he would post up guys early in the season. And he had good inside moves. But when you playing against true talent
Oh yeah.
in a tournament,
Right.
you're not
Different.
gonna post up no 7 foot guy and throw a jump hook on a 7 foot guy
Nah,
or
you
6'8",
can't.
true 6'8". You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You can't.
That length
Yeah.
is something else.
You know, it's just a perfect storm. Everything, like I said, all of our weaknesses came to the forefront in that game.
True that.
Yeah.
True that.
Yeah.
That is true. Boom. What should PK be looking for? Now we've been talking about this, and because my whole thing is that we don't know. We still got some people that it's 30-day window. We still got some people that may jump in there. We already had Mr. Johnson jumped in there. He's gone. First the reports was, then he said it was whatever, but Corn Johnson put his name. which really would love to see him in that style of offense and things like that. But it is what
Me
it
too.
is.
I was really mad.
It is what it
Hmm.
is on that one. I'm gonna say this for me. You can't just have one Rain Smith. You just can't have one lights
No,
out
you gotta
shooter.
have some shooting. Yeah,
You just can't have that. And we know that his offense is predicated towards shooters. And there's
yeah.
plenty of guys out there that fits that bill. You can't have somebody who's 6'11", who's scared to go in the post, scared to
Inside.
rebound,
Yeah.
just want to sit out there. You got to have people who be able to,
Yeah.
be versatile. So I'm looking at, of course,
Yeah.
we already got Brown who's committed. You got Kobe Rogers, who's the dude who was hurt, who plays point guard. You need more guard play, more explosive athletes. You need shooters because as you get into ACC is not going to be down all the damn
No.
time, all the damn time,
Right.
No.
right? Everybody's not going to be Duke, but not everybody's going to be Wake Forest that falls completely apart, and all these other teams too. Notre Dame. You got to get the best of the best, and we're working with what 8 to 10 million NIL or whatever it is, that number they throwing out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I would like to see more legitimate shooters on this team to go with that offense, and I would like to see a post-up player, somebody that if you need to get a bucket down low, because like Bump City said, when you face good coaches, they take away what you do best. So you gotta have a counterpart. You gotta have a
Yeah.
Right.
counter move. What can you do? And so that's what I'm looking at. Mika J, what are you thinking?
Honestly, I think that the number one thing that he should be looking for in that portal is a big. I mean, that's pretty much been our issue the whole year is we don't have a real big. And also, I think you're still gonna have to have a couple of guards out there. Like, and you need a shooter. You need a couple of shooters. Like, I don't know. Like, you just gotta be ready. But here's my thing with this whole portal. 1,700 children or young men have entered this portal.
Already.
1,700.
Already.
Right?
1,700. Now, if you are a coach, how in the hell do you say, oh, it's 1,700 kids. I need this, and how do you choose the best of that?
In a short
I
period of
don't.
time.
For me, that would give me a headache. I don't know how these coaches are choosing these kids, and like you said, that's just this week. And you said they have a 30-day window.
30-day window.
Oh, that's
Hmm.
crazy. That's crazy.
Right.
Especially with the NCAA
I don't
tournament.
know,
Dick
and I
Vitale
think
pointed that
that.
out.
Yeah.
And another thing is with this portal, you've completely ruined high school kids getting recruited.
Big time.
Nobody's recruiting them
Yeah.
anymore.
Unless you're McDonald's
Yeah.
Unless
All-American.
you are the number one
That's
player
it.
in unless you're the number one player in
Right.
the country, you're in that top 100. But any other kid, they're not getting any looks because why would you when you got grown men out here that know the game, who've been playing the game, who just need a
25-year-old.
system?
25-year-olds
Yes.
out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
They,
25.
they
I'm
should,
telling
they
you,
should,
this
they should-
portal stuff
Uh,
and NIL
they
has
should
ruined high school.
they should be on the
It's
grill with
ruined.
me. They should be on the grill with
Got
me.
kids in
Stop it.
in kindergarten already.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what's so crazy, real quick, Bum, before you go? Mick, you hit on the head because the first day they set a record. Like last year, I think the record was like 200 something on the
200
first day.
something. They had
It was
700 on this first day.
700.
Yeah.
700. But you know what? The crazy thing,
Yeah.
real quick, Bump, before I let you go. NCAA, you ain't done nothing. You need to step up and say, I'm going to tell you what, we're going to put a cease on this one. You got to, still do it, but you got to have some rules and regulations with this. You can't
You
have
gotta.
this
You got
every year back and forth. You got to come up with
No,
something
you
because
can't.
it's ruining. And like Mika said, for the high schoolers, the ones who thought that, hey, I'm going to be D1, you're really going to have to go to JUCO, D2, D3.
Man,
Yeah.
And hope you
Yeah.
be seen.
yeah.
And hope you be seen.
Yeah.
Because these Division One coaches ain't messing with you. Unless,
They're
like
not
Mika
looking
say,
at you.
McDonald's All-America Top 50, something like that. And that's it. That's crazy. Bump City, go ahead, my
Right.
man.
I think you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have a powerful. If you look at all the teams that's left in the tournament now, they all got beef on the inside. You look at
Big time.
Auburn. I watched them against Michigan last night. Michigan has
Mm-hmm.
size. You know what I'm saying? Every team that's left has two things in common. They have great guard play
Be
And I
Yes.
ready.
believe he's turning the keys over next year to this 5-star freshman we got, who's still eating lunchroom food right now, still drinking chocolate milk right now. And I don't only one freshman I believe that's left, and he's a phenomenon. If y'all haven't seen that kid from Auburn play the freshman,
Oh yeah, yeah,
oh
yeah,
my God,
yeah,
he's the
yeah,
truth.
yeah. But
But
it,
Yeah.
but
you
he's
got to
also
get you a power forward.
he's also
You got
playing
to
with
have to get you.
26-year-olds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he holds his
he's
own.
tough.
He bought him back
He's
last
tough.
night. He's the
He's
truth.
tough. He's off the bench. He's
He's the
tough.
truth.
But it's also
He's
easier when
cold.
you playing with grown men. But go ahead.
Right, right. But it looks good. You got to have some true guards. I understand we got the freshman coming in, but his inexperience could cost us in the end. So you got to
I
have an
think so too.
experienced point guard
Yep.
coming
Big
in
time.
that can help us out.
Big time.
And
Yep.
just the inside, you know what I'm saying? Like Mika said, and Wood, you said, Wood, you got to get some shooting. You had one shooter that teams was face guarding at the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? Because the story's out on you. You're not going to sit out here and hit 10 threes on us like you did the
No.
last game. So
No,
after that, it's over. You know what I'm
no,
saying? We face guarding you. You're not going to get your shot off.
at
And
all.
You're
if you
not gonna
do, it's
get your
going to be
shot
rushed.
off, and you a defensive liability. And
Liability.
every time that
Defensive
you, my
liability.
man,
Right.
I'm doing you. I'm doing
Right.
you. Like you can't do that.
Right. So I mean, for what he bought in this year and the time he did was great. We
Great.
all appreciate it. We're
Oh,
back.
for
You know what I'm saying?
sure.
We're
Yeah.
we're in the conversation again, and we're relevant again. So
Right.
for what he
Right.
did this year, it's wonderful. I'm happy with it. But going forward, I would like to see more traditional players coming out that he grabs out of the portal as far as size,
Yeah.
shooting,
Yeah, he's
because
gonna have to.
the
He's gonna
stigma's
have to.
off of us.
He's gonna
Let's
have
roll.
to.
The stigma's off of us. You know what I'm
And
saying?
Yeah.
and you don't. There's plenty of athletic guards that can shoot threes. So you don't
Right.
have to
Yes.
be somebody you just stick in
Yes.
the corner and can't play
Yes.
defense. And you can be
Right.
Right.
you can be 6'4" on up. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
don't
Yeah.
have to be a short
Yeah.
5'6" little guard. You can be. It's all that out there. We see it. It's all in the
Right.
NBA. It's
We
all
see it.
G League. It's all we see it. Duke and everybody else. You know, everybody.
Right.
People have that on their team. Like Bump said, you know, they have size, they have length. We didn't have it. So I would say
We
this.
You
didn't
didn't.
have it.
Thank you for with the short period of time. But let's go ahead and rock and roll. Let's rock
Yeah.
and roll. And then it also it's okay to have an uncomfortable conversation to some of these people on your team and say, you know what? Thank you for your services. You're
Right.
really not needed no more. Sorry.
Right.
It is what it is because this is a business. This
It
this
is.
ain't school
Oh,
no
it
more.
is.
This
It
ain't
is.
school
Definitely
no
It's
more.
truly
And I
This
right.
think
is business.
everyone knows that at this point, that it is a business. Schools are paying you the money because schools want those championships.
What you
Like
said.
Right.
you're gonna bring in the best of the best because that's what the fans want, that's what the cities want, that's what the schools want. Everybody wants that moolah.
And that's what's gonna help you keep your job.
Moolah.
Yes.
You're right.
Yes.
You're absolutely right. Woo.
Yeah.
Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. That's a good one. That's a good one. That is.
You have to have an honest conversation with some kids. Like, I love you if you want to come back, but you're not gonna be part of, you know what I'm saying, the rotation
Yeah,
next year.
so you might want to look somewhere else. I got to do what I got to do. I'm sorry. This is business. For real. Buy, sell. Mr. Shuck being drafted before the third round. You talking about somebody who has increased his stock big time.
Yes.
Without
Man.
a doubt. This is very impressive and exciting, especially for him because, my goodness, I've seen some crazy stuff, but it's all good. What you doing, Mika? You buying or selling?
I'm buying. Don't they? I mean, it seems like every analyst that I've heard is saying that he's the best quarterback out there right now. That he is just his accuracy. But we saw that ourselves. Like we got front row seat to
Right.
who Shuck is. You know what I'm saying? So I would want him as my quarterback.
Bump City.
I don't know if he's the best quarterback out there, but far as most seasoned quarterback, and all that's based on is what teams need. If he can
Yes.
find the right fit for his skill set and what the teams need, and the right quarterback, a coach or whatever, and the team style of play, like I said, the Rams, he was a good fit for the Rams, are one of those teams that he don't necessarily have to come in and be a starter, but he could be an intricate backup. I think, but I'm buying as far as before the third
Right,
round without question.
right,
Yeah,
right,
because you know what I'm saying. He has the intangibles to really you know what I'm saying to help a team out.
right.
And with his experience and his age, it's all or
His
nothing for him
age.
right now.
Dude's
Right,
Yeah,
old.
he's
his age.
25. You know,
Dude's old.
with
Yeah.
a family, kid, and
He
you
fits in.
know
He fits in with Auburn basketball.
exactly, exactly. So I would take him. I would take a chance on him before the third round if I really needed a quarterback to come in and maybe act as a transition player
Okay.
from this year to the future
Mhm.
to keep us afloat. I think he's a great pick.
Right. Yeah, I'm buying it too. I think I saw where people putting him with Cleveland in the second round.
Mm.
Mm,
Um, you know, I hope not for him, but
right.
for him, I hope so.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
do it, don't, whatever, because the media has hyped up some of these guys big time, and so when you see that Shook is getting the love, and really when you look at his tape, he can make every throw. Dude was
Yeah.
biggest thing was on him was his injury. Dude played the whole season without getting injured. Kudos to Jeff Brom and his system because we
Yeah.
know that he's NFL ready, big time. Somebody's gonna get a steal. I just hope it works out, and I hope he has a long, longevity, long career in the
Yeah.
NFL. But somebody's gonna get a
Yeah.
good quarterback. That's for sure. That is for sure.
Yeah.
Why did they do that? Spell check is something else. Damion Lee, Terrance Edwards Jr. Woo! Who wants to go first on this one?
I'll take it. I'll
Go
take
ahead.
it.
Go
Go ahead,
ahead.
sir. Go ahead, sir.
I love them both. Both players like that's a good comparison because they remind me of a lot of each other as far as their style
I
play.
thought that too.
Yeah, they do. That was a good comparison. I'm gonna roll with Damian Lee for everything that you know. What I'm saying he really comes back and supports the school. He
Mm-hmm.
was a great player here. I hate what happened to him
Woo,
and
yeah.
the
Right.
other kid because I
Trey.
think we had a
Trey Lewis.
right Trey
Trey
Lewis.
Lewis.
We had a good chance of doing something that year,
Yep.
and I believe that we got screwed from
Yes.
the NCAA
Yes.
and
Big
the
time.
NCAA. The guy that we bought in here to give us a recommendation of not going, we should have just said the hell with it and went and played.
Right.
Right.
But both guys are great. Both I look for. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad Damian Lee has had a bright career in
Right.
the NBA, and I'm hoping the same for
Yeah.
Terrence Edwards. He showed that he's capable
Right.
of playing. He's a great
Oh
scorer.
yeah.
He's capable. So you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Kudos to both those guys that meant a lot to this program for different reasons.
Mika J.
I'm gonna go with Damian Lee also. They kind of remind me of each other
They do.
because of not just style of play, but when we needed a lift, they
Mm-hmm.
both
Hmm.
brought what we needed at that time.
Truly.
Damian Lee and
Truly.
Trey Lewis brought what we needed at that time. And like Bump said, they got screwed. I mean, they
Yeah.
got screwed. So for me, it was like, damn, they both was the situations were very similar,
Right.
except Damian Lee and them knew that we was in the dumps with the NCAA or whatever.
Right.
But you know what I'm
Right.
saying? They still, and like you said, he has a golf tournament every year. He gives back to the city. So I'm hoping that these kids that we embraced also, I do feel like they will eventually make Louisville home. It just,
Right.
for whatever reason, Louisville caters to basketball players here, and most of them do end up coming back, except the ones that were big time NBA players that
Right.
Right.
they just don't come back. But I'm gonna say both. I can't choose either or for real. I think they were both good players. I think that they did what we needed at that time.
Politician Mika is out today. I'm a, I'm
Right.
a
Playing both sides
both
seesawing.
sides. Yeah, big time. Cause first I thought it was Damian Lee, but
I did too.
I
she
can't
talked
choose.
she
I
talked
can't
herself
Can't
right
you?
into the. I'm gonna
She
tell
talked
you.
herself out of it.
This she sure did. She sure did. Big time. I'm gonna say this, man. Both of them, it's definitely comparable, big time. Especially both of them came in with another guard that was good. One was
Yep.
better than the other, but Trey Lewis was good. Damian Lee, though, the whole season he was on. The whole
Yeah.
season he was on. It took Terrance
Yeah.
a little bit of time, and then also some uncomfortable moments. Had to play backup point guard, things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But once he got it, he got it. Once he got
Yeah.
comfortable with the whole system, he got it. He took off. But this the Damion Lee. I'm about to go with Damion Lee just because, like I said, the consistency with that the whole year, and the chatter in the background. The chatter in the background. Well, Louisville may not play. They may not. They may have to miss the turn. All that stuff was going on. Like Bump
Right.
said, it's investigation and had a hard on guy who gave a horrible recommendation type shit.
Right.
All that stuff was going on, and they still
Yeah.
perform. Still
Still.
perform.
Yeah.
Terrance Edwards
Yeah.
them is coming out the light. They see the light. We can go play.
Yeah.
We can do what
Yeah,
we want
yeah.
to do. We can put
Right.
our name and get seen and all this kind of stuff. I think it's just totally different for them. So I'm gonna ride with Damion Lee on that one. Go ahead, Bump.
Yeah.
Hey, one was going into the dark ages and one was coming out
It
of the
wasn't
dark
coming
ages.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time. We gonna leave you guys with this. Who's in your Final Four now? Now see, first of all, now Bump, I guess he just didn't feel like doing the tournament thing.
I did it. I did it.
You
I did it.
You did it on Mark and Wheels. You didn't do it on 54 Sports because I didn't save or something. Because when I pull up,
It must have.
I see a big goose egg on your stuff.
Okay, I must have did something wrong. I must have did something wrong then.
You and T Rock, you and Travis are the only ones on that one. But that's okay. So we can't see who your Final Four is. Would you please?
I can go get my paper to show y'all now.
No, just tell us. Just tell us who you think.
I had Michigan State, Florida. Yeah, I had Michigan State. Michigan State's all my Final Four teams still in it. Which Purdue hurt me last night, but I didn't have him in the Final Four. I got Duke, and I got who the have in that bottom region? Golly, it's Michigan State, Duke. Who's in
Houston.
that bottom region? No. I didn't take Houston. Matter of fact, I had Purdue beating Houston, but I had Houston losing to. I had Purdue losing to who's in that region right
Tennessee,
there, Wood?
Tennessee and Kentucky was.
I got Tennessee. I want to say it might have been Purdue I had in that bottom spot.
Okay.
But I did have Tennessee beating Kentucky.
Okay. Well, thank you, KCD. Big and
Yes,
Jay,
sir.
who's your Final Four?
I don't know. I'm not even gonna lie.
Well,
I
hold
don't
on.
remember anything about that bracket after we lost. I haven't even looked at that bracket again.
I got you. Mika had Louisville, St. John's, Duke, and Houston.
So I got two teams left.
Two teams left.
Okay.
Now, for the people who do not know, I don't know why I did that. I'm the false up there. That's the name. I don't know why. I logged in. I had so many. That's why some people was putting on market wheel and different stuff like that. So I even got confused. My Final Four is chalk. I'm not afraid to admit it. I got Auburn, Florida, Duke, and Houston. With Duke playing against Florida for the championship. Yeah.
My championship is Michigan State and Duke.
Okay.
With Duke cutting them down.
Okay.
Yeah, I got Duke winning it too. So yeah. All
Y'all
right.
do?
Yeah.
Duke's tough.
They tough.
But Auburn looks tough. Auburn and Florida looks like it's gonna be a.
I would say this. The top of the SEC is legit.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's legit.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I tried to, you just try to talk stuff into reverse type shit. That's what I was doing when I was talking about the Kentucky, Tennessee. Like, Kentucky's going to win, hoping that the other shit happened. And it did.
The table was set for them.
Oh.
NCAA really looked out for them. They put them in the weakest bracket.
Yeah.
Put them in Indianapolis,
Home.
Lexington West,
Home.
put them home, and had them playing Tennessee for the third time.
Yeah.
A team they beat twice already.
Control with injured players who did not play. And you got most of them back. So, yeah, it is what it is. But
they set the table for them.
Happy KCD.
Mitch Barnhart, we know you on the NCAA committee.
Oh, big time. KCD, happy KCD, big time. Mika J, what you leaving the people with?
I am leaving the people with I am excited for what's to come. For our football program, our
Woo.
basketball program. And let's not forget the baseball team is out here doing the thing also. Track is doing the thing. Like, we're not just a one program school. We have multiple sports. The swim team is doing good.
Mm-hmm.
So just, check out other sports that Louisville has and you won't be
Mm-hmm.
disappointed. That's my
Right.
take.
Bump.
Hey, I'm gonna send a special shout out to Mika's hair. Mika came here looking like Marilyn Monroe today.
Marilyn Monroe.
Mika J. Hey,
Mika
Marilyn
J.
Monroe.
Marilyn
Hey,
Monroe.
Mika's
Well,
hair. I say your
hey,
hair. What did Martin say? What did Martin tell you? I say your hair looking like the bomb, girl. I say your hair looking like the bomb.
hey, and she let us know that we couldn't do it because
Thanks,
the her,
dog.
the her,
Yeah, yeah. I say
the
your hair
her,
looking like the
the her,
bomb,
the
girl.
her.
Marilyn Monroe.
Lord have mercy. The stuff
Yeah,
we
Why you
talk
got me
about on
cracking
this
up?
show, the
yeah.
stuff we
Okay.
got out here. Oh my gosh, these people are crazy. Hey, is that it, Bump? The her
That's
shout
it.
out.
The hair
Kudos,
shot
Thank you,
out.
Bump.
kudos to the
No
her.
doubt.
Kudos to the her, big time. Want to thank everybody who watched this and support the Bird's Eye View show. Go
Yes.
ahead and continue to follow, like, share, all that good stuff like that. We'll continue to do things. Like Mika said, the baseball season is rocking and rolling. Spring football is going on.
Mm-hmm.
Track and field, all that good stuff. And then, transfer portal, we're going to get more. We'll have more players to add to the team, different stuff
Yep.
like that. And before you know it, be rocking and rolling again. So thank you for
Again.
joining, and we out of here. Good luck. Go
Bye.
Hidalgo, KCD, all that good stuff. We out of here. Peace.
Okay.